Alright guys, what's going on? It's Fatman here. I make daily Valorant content. You know, Riot's key to dominating the gaming market right now is releasing on mobile and console, and I'll be explaining why. So before starting the video, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor for today. It's called, Skyline Neon, and they make cool ocean wave projectors, or selling them for that matter. And if you want to pimp out your room, if you want to look seriously good, if you ever wanted to live like SpongeBob SquarePants, this is the way to do it. I love this, to be honest. Don't you want this in your room? I think this is pretty much great addition to really, kind of decorating your room in that matter. The reviews are pretty good. Would I recommend this? Yes, definitely. So there's a great thing. Now Rainbow Six Siege is already out for so many years. People have been asking, what's the difference between a console and a PC? And here we have it, a post. So I want to really read it out, look into it. So, okay, I'm not trying to start a console war or anything, but I'm genuinely curious on people who have played both. I currently play Xbox One and been playing since the start. I love it. I feel decently good, and despite blah blah blah, I'm heavy roamer. How different is the gameplay between the two? I think this applies also to Valorant. I think this is a huge, not big of a difference. But like you, not trying to start a war, this is what I've gathered from playing both myself, PC far more, listening to YouTubers and knowing that those who played both. Disclaimer, I'm a PC player, but hopefully my answer isn't biased by this. So I think this applies just from Rainbow Six Siege, also applies to Valorant. So PC tends to be less toxic, less team killing, fewer people leaving matches. This is definitely an ongoing issue in Valorant, not as big as in CSGO or any other games. But team killing is a huge issue, and I don't know how they will fix this on consoles. Maybe start banning people, maybe find people to ban them, or just have automatic bans. And PC has more recoil, so this is the big ongoing problem on Valorant consoles. Well, at least on PC, right? That's one thing they can do. They want to really pull back the core experience. So in Rainbow Six Siege, you have a great thing like a recoil. It's double that, because you can spray down, you can do stuff like that with a mouse. You can't really do with a controller, right? And Valorant could really find a solution to do the same thing for, maybe taking some ideas from Rainbow Six Siege and applying them to their own mechanics. I think that would work great. So PC tends to have players who snapshot more, since it's easier to do with a mouse. If you don't know what snapshotting is, it's like moving your mouse really fast, like 360, 180. You can see this in Valorant as well. And PC tends to have players who take tactics and strategy far more seriously. So this is what I'm really concerned in Valorant console, is when you're playing a game or whatever on Valorant console, there's gonna be people who wanna play and relax, but there's gonna be competitive mode in there. Now take that for example, take Nintendo Switch Overwatch and take the PC Overwatch and watch the competitive games, and Valorant is really trying to make a competitive game that's seriously strong. This is gonna be a pretty big problem, to be honest. But here we go. A friend of mine was a high plat on console, and when he switched to PC, he was surprised at the focus on strats even at low gold. Yeah, people want to be really good on PC, because on PC, that's where it matters, right? I think this is a huge ongoing issue for Valorant console. But if they can fix these issues, if they can really fix them, really focus on them, this will look seriously good for Valorant console. I think it will take a few months. They said it's gonna be delayed no matter what, but it looks really good. PC has text chat. So one thing PC has is more players with either text chat or mics. You don't have that on console. How will you play competitive on console, on Valorant? I think that's a huge thing. You can turn it off, but some people depend on it, and text chat can get kind of toxic. That's not the point. It doesn't get toxic in Valorant. You don't have to deal with this on console. I think this is a huge issue, because with a text chat you can actually call out shit and stuff like that. You will die a lot on PC in a small split second. This happens less often on console. So on console there's something like a few seconds rule. When seeing an enemy, you have more reaction time to actually shooting the player, because you have to move the thumbsticks and whatever. I think this is a great example. So if they make Valorant a bit more, I don't know, I would say slower paced on consoles, or fixing the recoil. It's already super slow paced. This could work really well for Valorant console. It's far easier to find serious and dedicated players on PC if you're interested in finding a team. So on consoles, let's say for example Fortnite, you'll see a lot more kids and, you know, people chilling back playing on consoles and actually going for that win as other people. Like seriously, on PC you can easily find a 5-man stack for Valorant. On consoles, I think this will be actually a huge problem. Generally, from what I hear, people who want to flop down on a couch and play a fun game tend to really enjoy console. I really like Valorant on console, right? When it releases. But the thing is, Valorant on console has a key issue. It has competitive integrity, it has competitive core. And with a competitive core, you can't really match that on consoles as you can on PC. It's kind of different. For Fortnite, it works well, right? Because it's not that much of a competitive game. They try to make it competitive. It kind of works because kids are watching it anyway. But don't go in the comments and say, "Fat man, you hate Fortnite" as a Fortnite YouTuber. But seriously, PC tends to be more hardcore with tryhards. That's one huge thing. If you're looking to enjoy and play Valorant on console and chill back and relax, it definitely will work for you. But if you're looking to get really good, go pro and whatever, I suggest you play on the PC. It really depends on which appeals to you more. Someone who plays on PS4 primarily and PC, I agree with all your points. I agree with everything coming off high gold on Xbox, blah blah blah. So if you don't know what high gold is, it's kind of like, I guess like gold in Valorant. I guess, is it worth it? Is it worth it in the end? Valorant console is the key for Riot's games to actually blow up. They already reached all the players they could, already gathered all the players they could find. What they're trying to do is convert CSGO players from, you know, to Valorant, which they did for me. And they're trying to convert from like Overwatch to Valorant and trying to convert pros from Valorant. But the thing is, this is like a huge spectrum, right? A huge spectrum for this huge PC player base, and there's not a lot of spots left for new games. But on the consoles, I think there's a lot of fun, a lot of, you know, slow games. Except Rainbow Six Siege and Overwatch, there aren't really big games playing on consoles, like FPS, low FPSs, mostly single player games. So Riot doing that, you know, being one of the first big companies to actually release their games on consoles, like the slow ones, except Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege is doing great in esports just because of that. They get a lot of players, to be honest. I think it could really work for Valorant console. The thing is, they have to put a lot of effort in, and I think Valorant console will release this year. I wouldn't say it would release for at least 2 to 3 months, to be honest. It's a big thing going on right now. And 2 to 3 months, I don't even know that. Look, they have to release a teaser trailer. When they release new news or the teaser trailer, it will take about 3 months to a release or something like that. I think that's pretty much great. But they have a lot of improvement to do on Valorant consoles. They're still testing it, but more and more files are being found, so I'm pretty sure this could work pretty well. Anyway, I have more Valorant console videos on my channel. Be sure to check out my other videos, and this is Fatman, sign out. Peace, guys.